Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 1:37 p.m. on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It is 59 degrees outside. And I am running over to Tanya Jean's house to give her her pocketbook, which she left in my car last night after our meeting. She always leaves something in my car. And I'm like, when she was getting out last night, I was like, Tanya, do you have everything that you need? And she was like, yeah. She was like looking all around, and I'm like, you have everything? She was like, yeah, I have everything. And I said, okay, I'm just making sure. And then this morning she called me and she was like, oh, I'm so glad that you're up. I was like, I'm not. And she started laughing. And I was like, what is it? And she was like, I think I left my pocketbook in your car. And she started laughing. And I said, okay, well, let me go out and check. So I went outside, and the dogs didn't even want to get up out of bed. And sure enough, her pocketbook was in my car. So she was like, you can bring it over just anytime. She was going to be around today. So I was like, all right. So I've been doing a bunch of stuff around the house. I slept in a little bit. I went to bed last night at 11 o'clock. And my plan was to be up by like 8 o'clock this morning. Because Wednesday is one of Alex's like later days to go in. And so I was going to be up by like 8 o'clock when he got up. And then I was going to be like out the door, and I was going to vlog, and I was going to get all this stuff done today. Well, I woke up last night at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and my mother-in-law had brought these 2 huge bars of Toblerone. What is shining like right here on me? I don't know what that is. Anyway, sorry, is it my sunglasses? Maybe, I don't know. But she had brought a bar for Alex and a bar for me, but Alex doesn't eat chocolate like that. Very, very rarely. He might have like a piece of like chocolate cake or something for dessert, but not even often. He doesn't really like, he's not a chocolate person. He was so funny. He was like, I don't know why she brought those. She knows that I don't eat those. And I said, well, she brought them for me then. It's not just for you. And so anyway, I got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I love like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you still have time to sleep, you know? So I went downstairs and I had a cold glass of water in my tin cup, my metal tin cup that I like to drink out of. And then I sat down there and I had a piece of Toblerone or 2. I think I had 2 pieces of Toblerone. And I sat there, and listen, that's not enough sugar to make me be awake for the rest of the night, so it's not because of that. But I went back upstairs, and I didn't get on my phone or anything, and I went back to bed, and I literally tossed and turned for like the next 3 hours. In fact, I'd even thought that when I woke up, I thought to myself, well, maybe I should just go and vlog right now, you know? And I was like, no, I wanted to get a full night's sleep. So, and I was probably up and downstairs for maybe 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, not even probably that long. And so I literally just turned and turned and turned. I mean, trying to sleep on my stomach, trying to sleep on my side. And I was so hot, I just couldn't get cool in our house. And so finally, I fell asleep. It must have been between like 7 and 7:30 or something like that. Because then like Alex got up at 8, and that woke me up. And at one point I had thought, I was like, well, maybe I should go move my car to the street because it was in the driveway. That way when Alex leaves, I won't have to move my car. And I was like, no, that's stupid. Because then when Alex leaves, I'll just get up then. But when he left, I was so tired. And this has been like happening to me. I don't know if it's because of my schedule of like going to sleep and then getting up and vlogging. But I'm trying to get like a full night's sleep, you know? But it seems like this happens a lot, that when I go to sleep early, I wake up really early in the morning and I can't go back to sleep. So, I mean, it wasn't like I had anything like strenuous that I did last night or anything. Like, we went to our meeting, we had a great meeting, and then I came home and I sat there and ate. Well, Alex was watching, well, I watched it with him, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we talked for a little bit, and he was playing his game and watching the show, and we just kind of talked about our schedule for the rest of the week and what we're doing and whatever. And then he was going to watch another show, and I was like, I'm going to go to sleep, and he goes, okay. And so I took little Boo Radley upstairs with me, and Boo Radley laid down in bed for about 2 seconds, and then he wanted to be with the action downstairs. But then Alex came right upstairs because I was like, I remember saying to him, I just fell asleep, and I looked at the clock, and it was like 11:15, so he must have just like come right up, because I fell asleep really quick last night. And so yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I'm not being able to fall back asleep. So yesterday, what did I do? Yesterday, I made a bunch of videos, and then Alex came home. We hung out and talked for a little bit before I went to my meeting last night. And, because he was like feeding the dogs and stuff, and we were talking, and, he was showing me something. What was he showing me last night? I don't remember now. But anyway, then I went and I picked up Tanya for, our meeting, and then we went to our meeting, and we had a great time last night. And my new chairs for my patio should come. I need to call my sponsor about power washing our patio. She's going to come over and do that, or I'm going to do it with her or whatever. And so yesterday she was like, well, what day do you want to do it? And her birthday is next week, so she doesn't want to do it next week. So she's like, pick a day this week. So I'm going to see what she wants to do. Maybe Friday. But, she's also a night owl too, but she usually gets up pretty early, so maybe if she could come over, like, I don't know, we'll see, like at 9 or 10, and then I could still do like videos and stuff in the afternoon. What was I gonna say? Oh, but my new patio furniture comes tomorrow. I think I have to put it together, which will be real fun, because, you know, I'm so technological when it comes to, like, putting things together. And, I should go to IKEA and see what their patio furniture looks like while I'm out here. And it's still kind of early in the day. It's not too early, but... Although IKEA is just so, like, to even walk inside IKEA, I feel like you lose like an hour of your life because it's so big, you know? But my new patio furniture comes, and so I'm gonna get rid of this glider. We probably could have kept it, but I'm just trying to get rid of stuff that I'm not using as much anymore. So I have this white glider on my front porch. It's like where I sit and read and stuff, you know? And it's like a, what do you call it? Like a wrought metal glider, and it just, you know, swings back and forth like this. And it's really meaningful to me because when it was my, I think I shared this on here already maybe, but it was my third apartment, and I had this like I was on the first floor, and I had this like wraparound porch. I was so excited about this apartment. Each apartment had a different entrance. Like you didn't share like a hallway with somebody. Like each apartment had its own entrance, like a condo. And so I had this wraparound porch, and I had always wanted to have like a wraparound porch, and I wanted to have like you know, a hanging, like a swing, like To Kill a Mockingbird, because, you know, I love that book and movie. And so for my birthday that year, my mom got me a glider, and it was this green wrought iron. It was green or black, I think, I can't remember. But anyway, I feel like it was green for some reason, this green glider. And I was so excited about it. And so that would have been with my first boyfriend. So that would have been when we moved into that apartment, well, I mean, I've had it for over, at this point, 20 years. And, because I met him when my first year that I got sober, right at the tail end of right when I got sober. So, of the year that I got sober. So I've had it for over 20 years. And, it's still in, like, great shape, which is so crazy, you know? And, so I was, like, really wanting to give it to somebody that it would mean something to, you know, that they would, like, really enjoy it, or that somebody that means something to me, you know? I didn't want to just, like, I know this sounds so stupid, but, I mean, whatever. It has meaning to me, so I didn't want to just, like, you know, throw it in a trash bin or whatever, which I was just going to actually, driving by Goodwill right here, I was actually just going to, you know, give it to Goodwill or whatever. So last night at my meeting, my friend, she and her husband are building on a screened-in porch onto their house, and so he said, well, you might ask her because she's needing new patio furniture. She wants some new patio furniture, and I thought, oh, this is so perfect, because they're like the perfect people that I would love to have it, and because books and literature mean a lot to them too and stuff. And she's like, oh, I would love it. She was like, but we're needing more of this and kind of stuff. So anyway, I was like, well, you could have it outside. And she was like, well, there's not really much room for it there. And I'd already asked Tanya, and she didn't want it. And so Tanya has so much patio furniture. It's ridiculous. Just like, she doesn't even put out all of her patio furniture. She has so much of it. So anyway, my other friend was standing there. That's like in my Monday night group, and I adore her, and you know, she's got a young daughter, and so and she's just the neatest, and I love her. And so she was like, well, what does it look like? She was like, I don't have any patio furniture on my patio. She was like, I don't even use my patio, and I wanted to. And I said, and for some reason I thought she was like, because she used to live in this apartment, and I thought she was still in that apartment, and I had totally forgotten that she had moved into a house like 2 years ago, and she hadn't bought any patio furniture, and it's just her and her daughter. And so she was like, well, that might be nice for us to, like, read to each other, or for me to read to her or something, you know, on the patio. And I said, oh my God, do you want it? And she was like, yeah, I would love it. That would mean a lot to me. I said, it's yours. I said, oh my God, that makes me so happy. Like, I almost started crying. I was so excited just to because she's so good with her daughter. And I got so excited imagining, like, you know, she might, like, read to her daughter or whatever in this chair or this glider, and that maybe it's it's stupid. It's a piece of furniture, you know, but, like, I don't know, that stuff means something to me sometimes. So the glider is going to her, and it'll probably be gone this weekend. Which is kind of exciting, though, too, you know? I'm just happy that it's going to somebody that's going to enjoy it, you know what I mean? Oh my God. Speaking of, I'm driving by Richie Woods right now. I have to tell you guys, because I was having this discussion last night, actually, at my meeting. So, I was driving by Richie Woods the other night. It was like I was done vlogging, and I was listening to my audiobook, which I'm listening to a really great audiobook right now. I keep on forgetting. It's called The Sky Blues, and it's by Robbie Couch, and it's his brand new book. It's a debut author, or it's a debut book from a debut author. It's really, really good. If you like the book, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, or if you like the movie Love, Simon, it reminds me a lot of that. The voice of the characters, the dialogue, where they live, everything. Well, they live in upstate Michigan, but it reminds me a lot of that. It's really well done. So, if you're looking for a new book. By the way, if you're a Becky Albertalli fan, she has a new book coming out this month that is about this girl and this guy. I think it's a girl and a guy, and they both have this crush on this guy from theater camp, and he ends up coming to their school for senior year, and so they're both allowed to, like, go after him, and whoever gets him, the other one can't be mad, or something like that. It's called, like, Here You Are, Here You Go. No. That's her book with Adam Silvera. So she also has a book coming out with Adam Silvera, which is The Secret to... The first one was called Maybe It's Us. And the second one's called Here We Are or something. That book comes out, I think, in December of this year. You can pre-order it now. I don't know why you would pre-order a book that far away, but I saw that yesterday. So, a couple little books for you. Actually, it was so funny because I was thinking about buying this science fiction book called Infinite the other day. I saw it and I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy this book. This book looks really good. And I was reading it, and so I went in because I had some extra credit. I had 2 credits, and so I was like, oh, well, if I have 2 credits, I have to use them, you know? So I was gonna go in and buy this book on Audible, and it was already in my library. When you own so many books, opulence, you own everything. When you own so many books on Audible, okay, that you don't even know what you own anymore. But anyway, I was gonna buy this Infinite book because the second one came out and it's called Infinite 2, and it looks good. So anyway, I don't know, it's something very science fiction-y, but sometimes like when I read that stuff, I like surprisingly really enjoy it. And it's about this guy that goes to sleep on this spacecraft that's going to some other planet because Mars and Earth are not habitable. Well, Earth is not habitable anymore, and they've been living on Mars or something like that. I don't know. And then he wakes up in this spacecraft after being, like, you know, in one of those sleep chambers, and this guy stabs him in the heart, and that's like the first time he dies. He like dies all these different times. They just took out all these trees in here. I wonder if they're gonna make a park in there. All these houses are gone. There were like 6 houses. They're all gone. I'm wondering if it looks kind of like a park. That's so weird. I just noticed that. Please don't make more apartments. We do not need any more apartments. We need beautiful parks. I get so tired in Indianapolis where they just like tear down like areas of gorgeous trees and everything, and then it's like we need a new apartment complex. We don't need another apartment complex. We do not need another apartment complex. When every apartment complex you drive by says like, you know, like renting now or apartments available. So we don't need any more apartments. Or strip malls. We don't need any more strip malls with stores that we didn't know that we didn't need. It's so weird, like driving through here. I'm like driving through Fishers right now. And when I was like a kid, well, when I was like in high school even, like this was like 2-lane road. And now it's just like all of this stuff, you know? It's just like all of these businesses, and there's like, I mean, this little park right here. They call this a park. I mean, look how small this is. What kind of park is that? 1 tree, 1 bench. Oh, 2 benches, sorry. Makes me sad, you know? And then they go in and they replant trees to make it look... I'm like, you didn't need to take down the trees to begin with. I think one day we'll look at all this stuff and we'll be real sad that we took all this beautiful land down, you know, just for another Hampton Inn or... Because we need another Qdoba or Chipotle. Because God forbid we drive 5 miles to one, you know? Or not have one at all. IKEA is packed today. What is going on over there? Maybe I won't be going to IKEA today. So many people are like, oh, they have really great patio furniture. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go over there. I did get my little white table from there. I was so proud that I put it together myself. So I was like, well, maybe they'll have some good patio furniture and I can go over there and I'll check that out. I'm gonna go drop off Tanya's. I just was kind of driving around and I forgot that I need to go do that. So I need to turn around and go take that to her, and then maybe I'll drive over to IKEA. There's a Shake Shack out here. And Tanya, last night we drove by it. It's new, but it hasn't opened yet. And Tanya goes, oh my God, have you ever been to a Shake Shack? I go, I've never even heard of a Shake Shack. She goes, oh my God, it's better than In-N-Out Burger. And I said, it is. And she goes, it's so good. I wasn't real impressed with In-N-Out Burger. We went there, I mean, of course, now I had a grilled cheese because I'm a vegetarian. But we went there, I think in Arizona, was that where we went? Or did we go to Whataburger? I mean, I've been to Whataburger before. I think it's pretty good. I went there when I was not a vegetarian. But I think that Mel and I went to In-N-Out Burger, and I wasn't real impressed with that. I just was like, this is what everybody is going so crazy for. Okay. Tanya's like, oh yeah, it's so much better than In-N-Out Burger. I'm like, all right, girl. But hey, I'll try it. I love a good milkshake though, don't you? I think milkshakes are the bomb-alicious. I had this weird dream last night. I had this dream that it was like a bunch of us. We were together as a group, but I remember specifically like Melissa and Jason and Aaron and Eric and Alex and I. It was like, I remember the three of us, or three couples. And this, although I will say this strip mall, after I just said all that stuff, they have some kind of cool stuff in here. My husband goes in here to eat a lot. I've only been here that one night that we went to that whatever it's called. There it is, HC Tavern and Kitchen. Where's that Shake Shack? Oh, here it is, Shake Shack right here. Frozen custard shakes, hot dogs, concretes. What are concretes, I wonder? Concrete floats? Concretes? I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's right there. But, so anyway, I had this dream that we were leaving this concert, and it was a Lady Gaga concert, which is so funny that we were leaving early because Melissa loves Lady Gaga. And, everybody was doing this thing where they were putting their arm up like this. Like they had like a fist, and they were like going through the audience with their fists like this. And that meant like we're leaving early. Like I don't know how I knew in the dream that this meant like we're maneuvering our way to the exit. But we all had to go this back way. And then it was like this long hill that was like this long drop. And then it dropped into like this gully. And then we all had to run from there to the parking lot. Like, in my dream, it was so weird. Like, I felt like I was in this Alice Oseman book that I had read at, like, Christmas time, because they all run from this, like, music festival thing that they're at. Anyway, so we're all going down the hill, and everybody went ahead of me, and I went down, and, like, the hill is, like, so grassy that people have, like, indented it and made it into, like, this, like, you know, the thing like in the Olympics where you like, what's that called? I don't know what that's called, but anyway. So you could just slide down this grassy hill. When I got to the bottom of it, there was all these security and they were like, stop, you have to stop. And I was like, they had all made it. And then I looked like on my phone and I had gotten like a group text. Oh, I wonder, I woke up to a group text this morning. I bet that's why I had this dream. So anyway, and it was from Jason and it said something like forget going that way or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm the only one that went this way. And so, Born This Way, Lady Gaga. So anyway, then these guys were like talking to me, and then I was kind of like just trying to be like, yeah, what's up, like hanging out, talking to these guys so the security guards wouldn't notice me anymore. And then I just bolted and I started running so I could get to the car. They didn't even know that I was gone. And I was thinking in my head, like, they probably don't even care that this old man got away from them when they're looking for everybody else. And, which I think is so funny that I always refer to myself as an old man. I was thinking about that the other day. I was talking to my dad yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, look at this sunglass store. What is this? They have everything in the world in there. I was talking to my dad yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, and my dad is 80 years old, and he is still, like, going every single day, and it's like, we'll be 81 this year. And I was like, when he was my age, I mean, like, he was just at the prime of his life. Like, he was enjoying everything. And here I always talk about being the old man. It's partly because, you know, like, everybody else on YouTube is so young and stuff. Another building they're making right here. More apartments. These apartments actually look kind of cool, though. Office and retail space. All right, well, I'm going to go drop Tanya's pocketbook off to her, and then I will be back in a minute. All right, bye. Okay, I'm back. I got out of my car and I was like, my God, I am so tired. What happened? Just from getting out of my car. Anyway. What was I talking about? I don't even really remember. Doesn't matter. I have a couple things I want to buy today, but I don't know if I want to buy them online or if I want to go into the store. There are a couple things from Milk Cosmetics that I want to get, like the skincare stuff, but I don't know that I actually want to walk into the mall and have to go buy it, which is pure laziness. I think I'd rather just buy it online. I really want to try this stuff. One is like this eye cream, this eye lotion, and the other one, I've been getting like really bad dark bags underneath my eyes when I wake up in the morning. And the other one is like this cactus water stuff that they apparently like sell out of really quick. I don't know. I don't think Ulta has Milk Cosmetics. If they do, Ulta is really easy because Ulta is like on the strip, and then, or not on the strip, it's like in a strip mall, so you can like just like pull right in. This guy is eating fries like from Arby's, I think, because it looks like curly fries and Arby's is right there. And I just read this article, and or I saw this post somebody put on Instagram about, and I was looking it up last night, about how Arby's is getting these crinkle fries or something, and they are getting rid of the potato cakes. I can't believe that's true. I can't believe Arby's would get rid of the potato cakes. They're like known for the potato cakes. I'm gonna pull in here and see if Ulta has Milk Cosmetics. That would make it so much easier for me. Plus Ulta has candles and stuff. I might want to buy a couple candles in there. They have really good smelling candles. I definitely like Sephora better, but I always spend more money when I'm at Sephora than I do at Ulta. I kind of go back and forth. I don't know. I mean, Sephora has better, to me, they have like brands, like they have Sol de Janeiro and stuff like that. By the way, if you buy that Sol de Janeiro lotion, I bought that acai lotion. It's like their newer one, and I don't love it. Okay. Milk Cosmetics, Ulta. Let's see if it pulls it up. Shop by brands, Ulta. Let's see if they have it. Milk and honey, that's not the same thing, is it? No. No, they don't have it. Oh, I know that Milk and Honey brand. So what I was gonna buy, and then I also have a picture of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch Latte that I'm gonna go review here in a second. What I was gonna buy, I took pictures of it last night. Well, actually, one of the things that, oh, I wanna get a, this is how, like, I should do a video called Things That Influencers Made Me Buy. So Manny MUA last night on his Instagram story, he had these AirPod little holders. I don't like this one, but they have a bunch of them on Amazon that are like cutesy. So I thought I would like order one of those. I thought about that for a while. Whenever I go into Urban Outfitters, I always see that they have them there. Oh, by the way, since I have the lyrics right here, because I was like, so many people commented on me last night singing, "These dreams go on when it's cold outside." And I always get lyrics wrong. Y'all know that, okay? But but I knew that there were lyrics in the song that say, when it's cold outside. And so somebody said it's the second verse, not the first verse. But then I got so many people that were like, Peter, the lyrics are not when it's cold outside. So I Googled the lyrics actually last night of, hold on a second, where is it at? Of Dreams by Heart, which I love Heart so much. And it says, these dreams go on when I close my eyes. So yes, you guys are correct. But then the second part of it says, these dreams that sleep when it's cold outside. So I mixed them up, but yeah, anyway. I've like been, well, hold on a second, we'll talk about that in just a second. But I've been getting so many questions about people asking me about where to watch Drag Race UK. You can download the seasons, well, I think season 1 on Amazon Prime, but a much easier way to do it is to download the World of Wonder Plus app, and then you can either pay $3.99 a month or $39.99 for a year, and you get access to all these shows. And I ordered it for a year, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is one thing I wanna do today. I need to go to Target, is I wanna get some of those ball glasses. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Ball jar glasses. I wanna get some of those. You can get them at Target. What is this? Has anybody tried this? It's like called the world's healthiest breakfast. And it's like this protein stuff that you mix together and you can make as like a, you know, protein shake, which I like protein shakes, and it's called Kachava. Has anybody heard of it? It's super expensive. So before I try it, I want to see if anybody has ever tried it before. Oh, no. Freck, who does the little freckle stuff. I ordered some of that because I wanted to see those freckle things. But I ordered the cheap kind off of Amazon. I didn't order the Freck. The Freck is like $29 or something, $32 or something. But they have this stuff called cactus water. Looks like water, acts like water, but you know it's so much more. Bold, clean beauty. I think it's just like this. Cleanses lactic acid toner. So I want to get that. And then, oh, a bunch of books that I got off that website I was talking about. And then I found these sunglasses that I like. And then Milk Makeup Melatonin Overnight Serum. I also got this MAC makeup that's like this lip and cheek, like it's supposed to, like when you got some sun on your face, it's supposed to like bring out those areas. I saw it on Justin Anderson's Instagram story, and so I was thinking about, oh, I bought some of that, and so I was like, get some of these pictures. I've been like, you know, for a long time I bought so much, what do you call it, skincare and stuff like that, and lip scrubs and all that kind of stuff, and I kind of got out. Okay, the Becky Albertalli book is called Kate in Waiting, and then I kind of got out of it, and I was like, so many people asked me about that Hawaiian shirt that I had on yesterday. It's a Ralph Lauren shirt. I got it at Macy's. That I kind of miss wearing like some skincare. I have so much, these are so dirty. I have so much fun with like skincare and doing that, like a nightly routine, like a morning routine. Like I want to get back into doing that on a regular basis. It's something that I really, really enjoy. You know, it takes like 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, 5 or 10 minutes in the afternoon. I was doing, you know, like masks to start my day. I was doing those, like not every day, but those cup of coffee face masks from Lush. I was doing those a couple times a week. I was getting up, I was doing all that. And now that it's like springtime and it's gonna be summer here soon, it's gonna be nice again, I wanna start getting back into that, where I like sit outside and I actually like, you know, and now that I'm gonna have this like patio with these, you know, plants and stuff, I wanna like have a morning routine where I do my meditations and my prayers and all that kind of stuff, and really enjoy that whole process. And I wanna like do a face mask in the morning, and you know, like a whole like skincare kind of little routine in the morning. And the other thing is, I'm thinking I want to do something fun with my nails, like not like, you know, long or anything, but like my husband, he sometimes like, well, I got him black nail polish for Christmas because he wanted to start wearing black nail polish, which I used to do in high school with my friends, or clear nail polish. And I don't know that I would want to have every one of my fingers done, but I don't know that I would not want to have every one of my fingers done. So I think I'm going to start like using nail polish from time to time, but I also want to start wearing like some different colors. And I saw this thing and I really, really liked it. I'd probably get it done, and as soon as I got it done, hate it. But it was where like just the tip of the fingernail was done in a color. Have you guys seen this? Where it was just like, just the tip was like blue. I've seen that on a couple different guys, and I really, really like it. And actually, I've just seen a lot of guys that are just like very kind of preppy, but then they wear like blue nail polish. And I really like it. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I might get a couple different colors and do that for the summer and just have fun with it. Who cares, you know? It's like, I'm at a point in my life where I just want to do what makes me happy. And, you know, it's weird because like in Indiana, like, maybe not like if you're like 20, you know, but at my age, like if to go in someplace, like if I were to go into like a restaurant and have like my nails be blue or whatever, like Indianapolis is so kind of like traditionally conservative that people like look at you immediately. And, you know, for so much of my life, I allowed myself to be really concerned with, you know, not even wanting to like I carry a bag everywhere now, but not even wanting to carry a bag. Like I carry a fanny pack, you guys. Like I carry it literally like a purse. I don't try to strap it across my chest. I don't put it on my waist. Well, when we were in Florida a little bit, because I've got a couple different fanny packs now, I did strap it around my waist just because it was easier to, like when we were walking long distances and stuff like that. Alex was laughing. He was like, you look like a tourist. I was like, I do not care. This is the purpose of a fanny pack, and it looks just fine. But I usually just carry it like I don't care, you know. And I think, you know, like today, I think, you know, we have all these discussions about like how we identify and labels and things like that, you know. And Zachary Michael, if you don't know who he is, he did a fantastic video where he came out and I said that he identified as gender non-binary, and it was just such a fantastic video. And he and I talk sometimes, and I think he's a really like nice guy. And so I was talking to him and I said, you know, it was funny because I relate so much to your video of the things that you said in there. I said, but it's interesting, like from like how two people can have similar experiences with like nail polish or lip gloss or carrying a bag or whatever, but like, and I fully support anybody that chooses to identify any certain way, use whatever pronouns. You know, I don't understand why we live in a world where we get so bogged down with like disrespecting somebody. You know, like if somebody chooses to use certain pronouns, respect them if that's what they've asked you to do, you know? And I don't know why we live in a world where it's like, well, why? Well, why? Well, why? Well, why is it's none of your business. This is this person's life, and this is how they choose to live their life, and let them, you know? But I was telling him, I said, because on my drama video, I had said on there one day, I said, I had said on there one day, you know, shout out your favorite. I was wanting to look up the video and tell you guys what the video is called, his video. Let me pull in here. These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Every moment I'm awake. Further mistakes. I don't know the words to the song at all. Zachary. Okay. It's just called I'm Non-Binary. And it's just such a fantastic video, and he's just really honest in it. And so I was talking to him and I said, you know, it's interesting because I relate to so many things that you were talking about in your video. For example, wearing nail polish. But I don't today, and this could change at some point. I don't really see it changing at some point, honestly. You know, but today where I'm at, I said, you know, it's so interesting because I relate to so many of the things that you said, but you identify as non-binary and I don't. But I relate to so many of your same experiences. And I said, isn't it such a fantastic world that we live in, that we can have all these different, you know, experiences that some of us share and some of us have similar experiences, but you can identify one way and I can identify a different way, and it doesn't really matter. It's what feels right to us, you know? And what liberation in 2021, because I'm going to tell you in 1990, like people always say to me, like I'll say like I couldn't have come out in, you know, 1990 when I was in high school, and they'll say, you couldn't have, why couldn't you? My butt would have been beat. Like, I mean, the people already thought I was gay, so to be out to come out, I mean, like, and confirm that, like, I'm not talking about out in the general public. I'm talking about out at school. Like, there's a difference, I think. I mean, when I graduated from high school and I wasn't going to school every day and I was out, that was a completely different, who'd care? Nobody cared, you know? When I was just living my life. I mean, people cared, trust me. I mean, like, it still wasn't as accepted as it is today. But for me, I don't see, like, carrying a bag. Okay, so this is where, for me, it becomes very confusing, because I feel like we put gender roles onto things, right? Like, to carry a purse means that you're more feminine, or to wear lipstick means that you're more feminine, or to wear nail polish means that you're more feminine, right? And so, for me, if I want to do those things, well then, I think a lot of people think, well then are you questioning your gender? I want to know, where did it become a woman's role to wear nail polish, or a woman's role to do this, or a man's role to do that, you know? And so for me, it's a different question. For me, it's a matter of being too much. For me, it's a matter of living my true, authentic self and being who I want to be, and how I feel inside. You know, I think, like, this has gotten so deep in a way that I didn't expect it to be on here. But, you know, one of the things, and this is just my experience. I can just share my experience. But, you know, like, I was talking to Zach about this. Like, one of the things, we had a good conversation actually about it, was that I was so made fun of for being feminine, for being, you know, girly, they would say, or, you know, effeminate, and, you know, you talk like a girl, you walk like a girl, you act like a girl, blah, 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 whatever. Oh, that shirt is a girl's color. You know, you do something that a girl would do. All these things, right? It was constantly girl, 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 girl stuff, right? And what happened when I came out, and what's really happened to me, especially in, like, I would say the last 15 years, is that I think that I was so afraid of these kind of, like, gender identity roles that I didn't really know what it meant to be I didn't really know what it meant to be a man or a woman. Like, I didn't know what that meant, right? And I have really, in the last, I would say 15 years, like, fallen in love with being a man. Because I think in a way before that, it was like, I didn't think that I was ever going to be man enough. I didn't never think that, and I don't today, I don't identify like being, you know, sensitive as being feminine. I don't identify being, you know, rough and tough as being masculine. I don't think those are gender identifiers for me in my life. But I don't even know really how to explain this. I think there was a part of me that was afraid of like my masculine side, afraid of like my masculinity, and afraid of knowing what that meant and embracing that. So, you know, I think to me, I don't see all of that. Like, if I wanted to get the tips of my nails done or wear nail polish, I don't see that to me as for me, I don't know, for other people it may be something different, but for me, that's not a gender thing. For me, that's I'm going to do what the hell I want and nobody's going to tell me otherwise. And, you know, it's taken me a really long time to get there in my life where, you know, I can feel comfortable doing whatever I want to do, you know. I remember, it's so funny because I don't know when I was talking about this, but Bunny, who watches my channel, somebody said whenever I talk about Bunny, are you talking about Graveyard Girl? No, I'm not talking about Graveyard Girl. I'm talking about Bunny, that's in the book club, that's watched my channel for a long time. She also has a channel. It's a booktube channel, and I love Bunny. And she has big Doc Marten boots. Well, what's funny about that, I don't know how I know that. She and I talked about it one time or something, but maybe it was when I was getting Alex's boots, or maybe it was when I think it was when she took a picture of how she was going to dress for True Crime Book Club one day. But anyway, you know, I remember that I had a girlfriend of mine, not a girlfriend, but just a friend of mine that was a girl, that I used to like, she was very professional, that I used to drink with, and she would come over to my house, and we would just like hang out and said, oh, this is my friend that got sober on New Year's Day. New Year's Day is her sobriety birthday. And she had a pair of green, she was, oh, this General Public song, Never You Done That, I love that. But she would wear like khakis and like a button-down blue-collar shirt. And she always wore this pair of green Doc Marten boots. They were fantastic. Well, people always would ask her questions like, are you a lesbian? Do you like girls and stuff like that? I mean, she got ridiculed a lot, and she's cute. You know, not that it would matter if she was or wasn't, but I mean, she got ridiculed a lot for how she dressed, you know? And I can remember it like bothered her. She was like, I don't know why people always automatically assume that, and she's like, I don't care really, but she was like, I don't know why people assume that I'm a lesbian because I wear khakis and a button, and she wasn't, and she's not, she's married today, you know, to a man, but it doesn't matter. But she's like, I don't understand why people automatically assume that I'm a lesbian because I wear khakis and a button-down collared blue shirt, you know. And she got made fun of for these boots that she wore. Well, I don't think that would really happen today, right? But just let people be, you know. And if people want to identify a certain way, then respect it. People want to be called, you know, pronouns that confuse you, respect them. I was actually talking about this with a couple of my friends in recovery because we were talking about the resistance, like in recovery programs, sometimes to use like they, them pronouns. And I said, you know, when I got sober, it was hard as a gay man that was 22 years old. I didn't see myself in the rooms of recovery, and I didn't see myself in the literature. I couldn't find myself in the literature. You know, I'm reading stories about men and women that were, you know, stockbrokers and just, you know, very normal lives, and I didn't see myself in those stories. I had a hard time finding myself in recovery, if that makes sense. Which is why today it's very important for me to go to what we call mixed meetings, which is where there's, you know, men and women and heterosexual and gay and everything in between, because I want people to be able to see, if a gay person comes to a meeting, I want them to see another gay face and not feel like they're all alone, you know. And yes, there are specific gay meetings and things like that. And like Indianapolis has a fantastic LGBT recovery community. But for me, it's also been important for me to go to like mixed meetings. And so Tanya was telling me that a friend of ours had told her that she would never have felt comfortable coming to, like, some of the meetings that we go to had she not seen me there, because as a lesbian, she didn't see herself, you know? And so just seeing me and knowing that I was this person that had been sober for a while, and it meant so much to me, you know? Because I think that that's why representation is important in books and in movies and in things like that, you know? And everywhere. And I was saying this to my friends. I said, you know, like, they're like, well, why do you think that, like, it's important that... They weren't, like, challenging it. They were just asking, like, why do you think it's important that we, you know, allow the they, them word, you know, pronouns to be used in recovery literature and things like that? And I said, because I don't ever want anybody to possibly miss out on recovery because they do not see themselves in the literature or in the rooms like I didn't see myself. There's a lot of people that I think would walk away and say, like, well, I don't see myself in this, you know? And that's sad to me. And I don't want anybody to not ever feel included in something, you know? And the reality is the times, they are a-changing. And I think that we have to be inclusive of people, you know? And it's none of my business to... You know, Gigi Gorgeous just put out a video the other day. I really didn't think I was going to vlog this long. Gigi Gorgeous just put out a video the other day, and what she said, it was her 4th coming out video. And she came out as gay, and then she came out as trans, and then when she got with Nats, she came out as a lesbian, and now Nats has transitioned, and it's her husband, and so now she identifies as pansexual. And it was such a fantastic video, and she was like, you know, like, I love that Gigi Gorgeous has always, like, in her videos just been like, this is who I am, take it or leave it if you don't. And she's always been like that. It's one of the things that really attracted me to watching her videos early on. She's kind of like, I remember she did a video way back in the day about hate comments, and she'd say, why are you on my video that has tagged things like gay or beauty, makeup, if you're here to watch a sports video? Like, why are you here? You're not going to hear any sports coverage over here, so what are you even doing on my channel to begin with? And I love that she's just so, like, common sense about things, you know? And this video, this coming out video, which I think to other people would be, like, very, very serious, for her was just kind of like, this is who I am now, and I'm doing this for other people, and, you know, like, people probably think it, you know, and it just was such a great video, the way that it was done. And I think the thing is that we go into this, you know, as you get older, you kind of realize if tomorrow I wake up and I want to say I identify as pansexual, or tomorrow I want to just say, hey, I don't even have to put a label on it. I'm just going to, you know, I'm attracted to whoever I'm attracted to, or I'm attracted to this, or I'm attracted to that, or identify as this, or identify as that. That's my business, nobody else's, you know? And if people can't respect that, then they need to get out of my way. And that's how I feel about it today. Kids are dying because people are dying because we can't respect pronouns. Like, that is really sad, you know? Like, that is really, really sad. And I just think that it's really about human respect, I think, at the end of the day. It's really not about pronouns or sexuality or, you know, whatever. And really the only reason I'm having the conversation, I think, how it started was because, you know, I think it's important when you watch a video like that, that's fine if that's how she identifies, or it's fine if, like, you know, Zach identifies as non-binary, and I have the exact same experiences and I don't, and that's fine too, you know. And we live in a world today, and there are some people out there that are watching this that are like, I am so confused by this conversation. But I just think that what's great about today is that we live in a world that maybe the world isn't ready for it yet. You know, maybe not like our grandparents or, you know, our supervisors or everything like that. But we live in a world today pretty much that is, I wouldn't say necessarily 100% accepting. I wouldn't even say maybe 60%. But I would say we live in a world where we're allowed to be who we want to be. You know, we are allowed in the world that we choose to live in, and the way that we set the boundaries for our life, to call the shots. And I think that's important, you know? So And I think it's important that people continue to share their stories so that it stopped. I was singing out the praises of Zach Garcia from his channels, The Adventures of Zach and B. And his husband is Alistair, and Alistair has, which I love that name, and Alistair has a booktube channel called Alistair Reviews It. And I love them as a couple, and I think they're a great role model to gay youth. And Alistair was in the military, well, still is in the military, and so they offer a different perspective of, you know, married gay life. But I remember, like, years ago, he and I were talking, and he said, you should do a coming out video. And I said, you know, who cares? Like, coming out videos are like, you know, you younger people that are doing them. He goes, you don't know who needs to hear your story. And he was like, but by putting a video out, doing your coming out story, there might be one person that needs to hear it. And so I did. And you know what's weird? It's like every once in a while, like, I'll get, like, you know, obviously that video, because it's a couple years old, hasn't been watched in a while, but and my coming out story really wasn't tragic or anything, you know, but every once in a while I'll get a message from somebody, and they'll say, you know, like, hey, I related to your story, or hey, I related to this, or your parents were very much like mine, you know, how should I say this? Or, you know, like, I actually get reached out to by quite a few older gentlemen who have recently come out and, you know, are just now entering this world and are scared, and they don't really know how to maneuver the world, and, you know, ask for resources and things like that. And I think we live in a scary world, but I think we live in an exciting world as well, as far as being able to discover who we are, you know. And I think that's really what life is about. You know, you might be 85 and just decide that you all of a sudden, you know, want to do something that's different for you, you know, and that's okay, you know. There's no time limit on change. And I'm not just talking about gender or sexuality. I'm talking about any of us living our most authentic, genuinely real selves, our lives, like what really makes us tick inside, you know. Do what makes you happy. If there's something out there that you've wanted to do for a long time and you've been scared to do it, it's like, do it, you know, like, you know, as long as you're not hurting anybody and it's healthy to yourself, do it. Live that truth, you know. You've only got so much time. Why not? And I think it's so amazing that we live in a world today where we can really discover who we are, you know? And if, you know, we have a family of choice and we have a family of origin. Our family of choice is our friends that we choose to have around us, you know? Sister, mother types, brother, father types, things like that, you know? And in the safety of our chosen family, we can really choose to live our truth, I think. Sometimes in our family of origin, we don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel blessed because in my family of origin, I was, you know, always able to do that. But most people can't. Most people do not have the liberty to do that, you know? But, and I also think another thing is, you know, like, especially with YouTube, how fantastic it is, you know, search out people that, you know, whatever your truth is and whatever you're wanting to do, you know, and maybe it's just in doing something that you're passionate about. Maybe it's just in, you know, wanting to be a singer, or wanting to be an actor, or wanting to be a writer, you know. Seek out those people that do those things already and do what they do so that you can have that life as well, you know. Or, you know, maybe you want to color your hair a crazy color or something, you know, and do it. You know, life's too short not to do those things that... Sometimes it's not about the coloring your hair, you know? Sometimes it's not about coloring my hair blue. Sometimes it's about that once I color my hair blue, I feel liberated, you know? Sometimes it's not about putting nail polish on. Sometimes it's about that once the nail polish is on, I feel free to be myself. I feel free to be whoever I want to be. Sometimes then I feel just like, oh my God, I'm, you know, like the true Peter has just come alive. And so it's really not about those things. I think we make it about that stuff, but it's really not about that stuff. I think it's really about how do we live our truth inside that has been so suppressed for so long, that has been, you know, we've been told that we can't be that person, or that that person isn't good enough, or that that person is not okay. How do we, you know, it's just, I think, slowly letting that person out to live. And then you have moments. It's like, you know, when I finally got on my, this is so silly, but it's a good example. When I finally got on those roller skates last year, no, I could hardly stand up, okay? I mean, I am nobody's roller skate champion. We're gonna try this year. I'm gonna try to do a lot better this year. But you know, it was really hard. And my battery died, so I had to pull in here to this gas station. Right next to the sign that says, next to this car wash, it says, the cleanest cars exit here. I'm like, oh, the cleanest cars at this little car wash right here. Okay, well, I better come up to this car wash sometime. But anyway, I was talking about roller skating, which I know people probably think is silly and stuff like that, but you know, I got on those roller skates and I put my AirPods on this one night, first night out there. And after my neighbors had seen me and all were laughing and whatever, I put on my AirPods and I was playing Donna Summer like I was a kid again, you know, hot stuff. And I was on those roller skates and I could only make it about 2 feet. Man, I felt free. You know, I felt liberated. I felt like, you know, I can do anything with these roller skates. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, you know, is doing those things that make you feel alive and feel true to yourself, you know. But I think we're sometimes so afraid of looking stupid, or what will other people think, or, you know, and the reality is we just don't have enough time on this planet to worry about all of that. We just don't. I wish I had spent less time in my life worried about what other people thought. It's probably been single-handedly one of the top 5 things I've wasted more time doing while I've been alive than anything else, is being worried what other people think about how I live my life, you know. And you know, it's never people that, like, my close friends or family. It's always people that really, in the grand scheme of things, don't mean anything. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I've spent so much time in my life being so concerned with that. I've never seen a light like this before in my life. It's like a red light, and then it stopped, and then it started flashing. It was this guy walking across. Oh, look at that down there. It's so cool. It's like a long walkway that goes in the woods. But yeah, I've spent way too much time in my life being worried about you know, I always joke about laying that outfit out when you're like in high school. You know, you have this whole outfit out, and you got, you know, the shirt and the pants and the socks and the shoes and the jewelry and the hat, and you're gonna wear this outfit and you put it together and it looks so cool, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna wear this outfit tomorrow, I'm gonna look so cool. And then you wake up in the morning and you look at that outfit and you're like, I'm not wearing that. What was I thinking? You know, I can't be the only one that did that. And I look at that and I think, I wonder what would have happened had I worn that outfit. Like, really, what difference would it have made? What difference does it make? It doesn't, you know? It's hard, like, sometimes being heavier for me because, like, my clothes that are like the funnest don't fit me anymore, and I don't really want to go and recreate this whole new closet of, you know, Western shirts with pearl buttons and all this kind of stuff. But the clothes that I have, I mean, that's one of the goals of why I would like to lose some weight, is so I can get back into those clothes, and, you know, vintage concert t-shirts and all this stuff that I love to wear that I really think speaks of my soul, you know? I love, like, when RuPaul says we're born naked and the rest is drag. Like, I really believe that. You know, I really believe that every day that we wake up, whether it's just this black t-shirt or whatever, that we're putting on a costume. We're putting on, you know, a facade of what, like, to the rest of the world of what we're putting on. It's very decided, you know, and, like, and even today, wearing this t-shirt, instead of, like, I've been wearing very colorful t-shirts the last couple days. The colorful t-shirts make me really, really happy. But today, I think I felt a little bit more like, don't notice me, don't see me, you know, when I'm out, like, you know, let's hide the gut a little bit, that kind of stuff. And the thing that is interesting, and I love the color black, but I feel happier when I wear brighter, more, you know, brighter colors, and I feel more colorful, you know? I feel happier. So, I think it's just about being true to ourselves, to our genuine, authentic self, you know? I don't know. Don't you think? What do you think about that? Put it in the comment section below. If you have made it this far, I want you to put some kind of summer emoji or beach, ocean, fish emoji, something. I love the fish emojis. Those make me so happy. Or some kind of summer emoji. Put if you've made it this far in the vlog. And I am going to get off of here now. And I'm going to go do a Starbucks review. And I'm going to listen to a little bit of my audiobook. And then I'm going to go home and film some other videos. So I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's 3 I love yous. 4 I love yous. 5, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!